Hello, and welcome to this discussion on the pros and cons of egress windows. Egress windows are an important safety feature for below-ground living spaces such as basements, but they can also have other benefits and drawbacks. In this discussion, we will explore the pros and cons of egress windows in more detail. Egress windows, also known as escape windows, are windows installed in below-ground living spaces such as basements to provide a means of escape in case of emergency. Here are some pros and cons of egress windows. Pros. 1. Safety. Egress windows provide a safe escape route in case of fire or other emergencies. They are designed to be large enough for an adult to climb out of and for emergency personnel to enter through. 2. Natural light. Egress windows allow natural light into the basement, making the space feel less like a dark, dingy cave and more like a livable area. 3. Ventilation. Egress windows provide ventilation to the basement, which can help prevent mold and mildew growth and improve indoor air quality. 4. Increased home value. Adding egress windows to a basement can increase the value of a home as it adds livable space and increases safety. Cons. 1. Cost. Installing egress windows can be expensive, especially if the basement is finished and requires cutting through concrete to create the opening. 2. Code compliance. Egress window requirements vary by locality, and non-compliance can result in fines or even legal action. It's important to check local codes and regulations before installing egress windows. 3. Maintenance. Egress windows require regular maintenance to ensure they function properly and remain safe. This includes cleaning and lubricating the window components and ensuring that the well drain is clear of debris. 4. Aesthetics. Some homeowners may not like the look of egress windows, as they can be large and may not match the style of the home. However, there are options for covering and decorating egress windows to make them more visually appealing. 5. Privacy. Egress windows can compromise privacy, as they allow people outside to see into the basement. This can be addressed through the use of window treatments or by installing frosted or tinted glass. 6. Security. Egress windows can also be a potential security risk, as they provide a point of entry for intruders. This can be addressed through the use of secure locks and grates, but these measures can also hinder the window's function as an escape route. 7. Weather resistance. Egress windows can be vulnerable to weather damage, such as flooding or damage from heavy winds or debris. Proper installation and maintenance can help mitigate these risks, but they are still a potential concern. Installing egress windows can be a complex and challenging process, especially for homeowners who are not experienced in construction or home improvement. Here are some common mistakes that homeowners make when installing egress windows. 1. Not obtaining the required permits. Egress window installations are typically subject to local building codes and regulations, and homeowners may need to obtain permits before starting the work. Failing to obtain the necessary permits can result in fines and legal issues down the road. 2. Choosing the wrong size window. Egress windows are required to meet minimum size requirements, both in terms of the window itself and the window well. Homeowners may mistakenly choose a window that is too small, which can make it difficult or impossible to escape in an emergency. 3. Improper installation. Egress windows require precise installation techniques to ensure that they are safe and secure. Homeowners may make mistakes during the installation process, such as failing to properly seal the window or not providing adequate drainage for the window well. 4. Not considering the surrounding landscape. The placement of an egress window and the window well should be carefully considered in relation to the surrounding landscape. For example, if the window well is in a low-lying area, it may be prone to flooding, which can undermine the window's safety. 5. Failing to address safety concerns. Egress windows are designed to provide a safe means of escape in an emergency, but homeowners may inadvertently compromise the window's safety. For example, they may install a window that is too high off the ground, making it difficult to climb out in an emergency, or they may not provide adequate lighting or handholds for climbing out of the window well. 6. Ignoring the need for proper ventilation. Egress windows also serve as an important source of ventilation for below-ground living spaces. Homeowners may not consider the need for proper ventilation when installing the window, which can lead to issues with moisture and air quality in the space. 7. Not hiring a professional. Egress window installation is a complex and challenging process, and homeowners who attempt to do it themselves may make mistakes that compromise the safety and functionality of the window. Hiring a professional installer can help ensure that the window is installed correctly and meets all necessary safety requirements. Installing egress windows is an important safety measure for any below-grade living space, but it is important to make sure that the installation is done correctly to ensure the safety of the occupants. Here are some common safety concerns that homeowners should consider when installing egress windows. 1. Proper size and location. Egress windows must meet specific size requirements to ensure that they are large enough to provide a safe escape route in case of an emergency. Additionally, they should be located in an easily accessible area. Homeowners should consult with a professional to determine the correct size and location for their egress window. 2. Secure window coverings. Window coverings such as grates or bars can help prevent intruders from entering through the window, but they must also be designed to allow for easy escape in case of an emergency. Homeowners should choose secure window coverings that can be easily removed from the inside in case of an emergency. 3. Adequate lighting. Egress windows should be well lit to ensure that occupants can easily find and use them in case of an emergency. Homeowners should consider adding outdoor lighting to the window well and indoor lighting to the basement space. 4. Proper drainage. Egress window wells must be designed to drain water away from the window to prevent flooding and water damage. Homeowners should make sure that the window well has adequate drainage and is properly sealed to prevent water from entering the basement. 5. Properly functioning window. Egress windows must be properly installed and functioning to ensure that they can be easily opened and closed in case of an emergency. Homeowners should ensure that the window is easy to operate and that the locking mechanism is secure but can be quickly released from the inside if needed. 6. Well-maintained window well. The window well is an important component of the egress window system and must be properly maintained to ensure safety. Homeowners should regularly check the window well for debris, such as leaves and branches, which can obstruct the window or cause drainage problems. 7. Accessibility. Egress windows should be easily accessible for all occupants, including those with mobility issues. Homeowners should consider adding handholds or steps to the window well to make it easier to climb out in an emergency. Egress window wells are an important component of the egress window system, but they can be prone to flooding if they are not properly installed and maintained. Here are some common issues that can cause egress window wells to flood. 1. Poor drainage. Proper drainage is essential to prevent flooding in the egress window well. If the window well is not properly graded or does not have adequate drainage, water can accumulate and flood the well. Homeowners should ensure that the window well is properly sloped away from the house and that a drain is installed to direct water away from the well. 2. Clogged drain. If the drain in the window well becomes clogged with debris such as leaves or branches, water may not be able to drain properly and can accumulate in the well. Homeowners should regularly clean the drain to ensure that it is clear of debris. 3. Inadequate sealing. If the window well is not properly sealed, water can seep into the basement through the window opening. Homeowners should ensure that the window well is properly sealed to prevent water from entering the basement. 4. Heavy rain. Heavy rain can overwhelm the drainage system and cause the window well to flood. Homeowners may need to install additional drainage or a sump pump to handle heavy rainfall. 5. Snowmelt. During the winter months, snow can accumulate around the window well and melt, causing water to enter the well. Homeowners should ensure that the window well is properly sealed and that snow is cleared away from the well to prevent melting snow from causing flooding. 6. Malfunctioning sump pump. If the window well is equipped with a sump pump, it must be functioning properly to prevent flooding. A malfunctioning sump pump can allow water to accumulate in the well and cause flooding. Homeowners should regularly check and maintain the sump pump to ensure that it is working correctly. 7. Improperly installed window well cover. If the window well cover is not installed correctly or is not designed to allow water to drain away, it can trap water in the well and cause flooding. Homeowners should choose a window well cover that is designed to allow water to drain away and ensure that it is properly installed. The installation of egress windows requires careful planning, attention to detail, and adherence to local building codes and regulations. Homeowners who are considering installing egress windows should consult with a professional to ensure that the installation is done correctly and safely. Egress windows are an important safety feature for below-grade living spaces, but they require proper installation and maintenance to ensure that they are functioning correctly and provide a safe escape route in case of an emergency. Homeowners should consider all of these safety concerns when installing egress windows and consult with a professional to ensure that the window is installed correctly and meets all necessary safety requirements. In conclusion, egress windows are an important safety feature for below-ground living spaces, but they require careful consideration and planning to ensure proper installation and compliance with local codes and regulations. Homeowners should weigh the pros and cons carefully before deciding to install egress windows and consult with a professional to ensure that the windows are installed correctly and meet all necessary safety requirements.